Okay, I think I better turn on the camera before I hit that point of no return. I ended up with a couple of these shadow boxes that are made by 7gypsies. I got these at the NAMTA show last weekend, and as I was putting them away with, you know, all the other stuff, trying to get it neatly stored and out of the way, I just started getting a little inspired and distracted. So this is the larger box, and I've got this insert that goes inside it, and I have the smaller box, which I've already started playing with. There's all kinds of different inserts, you know, little windows you can put in your shadow box, and then the box itself, which I've already started messing with, because as I was unwrapping it and taking the packaging off, which looked like this, it started to peel apart. And the corrugated cardboard part just peeled away from the label. I thought it was so cool. So I immediately had to stick the corrugated cardboard part in the back of the shadow box. And now I think I'm just going to put these pieces around the edge, right? Let's just do that. Let's do that. I've got a big bottle of Fabri-Tac right here. No, this isn't fabric, but the glue doesn't know that, you know, so it's okay. You can go ahead and use it on not fabric, and just don't tell it, and it'll be fine. It won't know the difference. It's just super sticky. It just works really great for sticking down stuff that you need super stuck. So I'm going to put this on here. And stick this down. And this is just the packaging that came on this shadow box. Nothing special. Okay. And I've got another one kind of like it. I'll put it over here. And I'm getting some gluey, you know, fingerprints and stuff all over it, and that's okay because this is going to be very mixed media. Not really mixed media looking, but aged and distressed and, you know, narfed up. Okay, let's see. I think these go like that. Okay, so short side, long side, is that it? I think that's it. Okay. So, glue these down. Okay, I like it. Now, I am probably going to want to put my insert in there before I get too much further, right? In fact, I probably should have done it before I did that. Did I decide which one I wanted to use? I don't know that I did. Here's what I'm thinking. I can glue it to this. But I need to fill it up no matter which one I intend to use. Yeah, I need to fill it up before I go much further. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue those little flaps down. And put the lid on tight on this. Trust me, because if it comes out, it does weird stuff. Let me show you. That's some of the weird stuff that it does. That is dried Fabri-Tac. It is extremely bizarre. Okay. Yes, I'm going to use this and one of these at some point. So, set those aside. Now what? Well, I don't know. I didn't think past this point. Okay. One thing I know, I've got some stuff. See, this is all Canvas Corp brands, parts and pieces and scraps left over from other projects and things, and then just small bits I can use. I know I'm probably going to want to use some of these because, you know, they've got that look, right? And then maybe some of these for something. Maybe 3. And then, I don't know, there's options. Okay. Maybe. I still have things left over from the artist book, the Wanderlust artist book that I did. Some of that stuff is still sitting out over here, so I'm going to look through it and see what I can find in there that I might need. And I may end up using some of these little teeny scraps later on, but I don't need them right now. I need to look at bigger stuff first, and then we'll get smaller. And that's really tedious, and you don't need to watch me do that, do you? No, not so much. Okay. Moving right along. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, lots of these things are going to go really well. The cigar bands. What else? Maybe these. Maybe that. This might be a good opportunity to use up some of my rusty metal things. Maybe that. I don't want to use the film and photography stuff. At least not yet. That looks good. No. Okay, maybe those. Maybe that. Not that. Maybe that. And those have possibilities. Definitely. Okay. So that gives me kind of an idea of what I'm looking for, where I'm going, what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm liking it. Okay, let's get out the rusty metal and see what we can find. Okay, this is mostly door hardware and some random pieces of iron. I don't know. I don't think anything in there is really speaking to me, except maybe this. And this is going to depend on which little cubby I use. I'm going to hold on to that. Okay. Now, these are mostly parking lot treasures. maybe. Yeah, if you use stuff like this, make sure you keep your tetanus shot up to date, because, you know, it's dangerous. That, well, I don't see much of anything else in there. I've got one more place to look for Rusty. Oh, I accidentally left that out, so maybe that means it wants to be used. And then this is what flew off onto the floor, so maybe it means that wants to be used. I listen to the universe sometimes. Okay. The remainder of the Rusties are over here. Wonderful thing. Can't really adequately show you, but I will pull out anything that's interesting. No. Too new and pretty looking, and I'm just not in the mood to deal with it. Oh, fuses. Yep, I need a fuse. Sewing machine. I don't want to go with the sewing deal. That's a weird thing I made for another steampunk Diwali and never used. And here's some Rusty keys, safety pins, a bottle cap. I'm pulling lots of round things. Clearly, I'm wanting to do something with the round things. These are awesome. They are so incredibly rusted and gross that they're really hard to use. Maybe this is the time to use them. Well, those aren't too bad. That's kind of cool. They look like earrings, don't they? Look, I've got two of these. Them some big girl earrings right there. That's funny. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Sometimes you just need a good finial. Look at these. Ugh. They are kind of awesome. Don't know what I would do with them, but I'm just going to pull them out just in case. Pretty. And fuses. I have a whole bunch of fuses I can use. Okay. I've got tons of those. I don't want them. Those are the deals that go with the door hinges. Oh, look at the colors. Look at the colors. You just can't faux, antique, distress something and make it look this awesome. It's just not possible. There's just nothing like the real thing. There's more. Okay. I think that's enough rusty metal. See, this is okay, not really a faux patina. It's a real patina because it's rust, but it's rust that I grew on purpose. There we go. Which looks kind of fab. Maybe. It's not round, but it's alright. Maybe a couple of those. Okay. Now I think I'm just going to sit here and stare at all this stuff until it tells me what it wants to be. I hope that it speaks loud and clear. If not, I've just made a big dang mess, huh? Okay, more later. The end.